Uh, Hello, YouTube. Today I'm talking about Dr. Coon Nelson. I just heard the most ridiculous thing, and I really, literally just woke up a moment ago, but this was enough to pop me up out of the bed. Okay, Dr. Coon Nelson, the black man who wants to be white, was just talking to the Republican National Convention, and here's what he said. Let me see if I can pull this up. So be patient with me for a second here. All right,
We
bam.
look at this whole transgender thing. I got to tell you, for thousands of years, mankind has known what a man is and what a woman is. And now all of a sudden we don't know anymore. Now, is that the height of absurdity? Because today you feel like a woman, even though everything about you genetically says that you're a man, or vice versa. Wouldn't that be the same as if you woke up tomorrow morning after seeing a movie about Afghanistan or reading some books and you say, you know what? I'm Afghanistan. And I know I don't look that way. My ancestors came from Sweden or something. I don't know. But I really.
What is absurd is that Dr. Coon Carson, thought he was Barack Obama and he was going to be elected the president of the United States. This is so offensive on so many levels. Now, this is supposed to be a highly educated man. He went to Johns Hopkins University and he worked on people's brains. Lord, help the people. They're probably all walking backwards. But to be an educated person, I mean, you know, all you have to do to understand that people are not different is to leave your church and leave your circle of white friends, which you're the only black one in it. Leave your comfort zone and go out and just talk to some people. It's very much the similar as the argument that straight people make, ignorant straight people make, people who choose to stay ignorant because it's just easier for them, about gay people. They say, "Oh, anybody can see that a dick goes in a pussy." Stupid ass people. And you're gonna base this belief on some story that somebody wrote 6,000 that a man wrote 6,000 years ago. His opinion. Now you build a society based on those ideas. It doesn't make any difference what the hell happens in nature, in reality, where you know the world gets to understand the world a lot better. Probably those people who wrote those words, they had no experience with a transgender person, or in the biblical instance with a homosexual person. They didn't know they married homosexual, but yet they have all these ideas about homosexuality and what it is. Oh, well, Leviticus says right there in the book of such and such, such and such. Well, you just said Leviticus said. You didn't say that God said that. Somebody told you that's what God said, and to them, which is not that much different than to be today. If they wrote the Bible today, somebody whoever wrote it, their ideas are going to be reflected in that writing. So Dr. Coon Carson, he's up in front of all these white people now. He's making fun of transgender people who are in a small minority in society. So he chooses to pick on them. He's very much like his cohort Donald Trump. Probably stood around kicking dogs and shit and torturing animals when they were children. All right, this is stupid because if you're an educated person, I would think that there should be some kind of class in all of your training to become a doctor and start digging around in people's brains. They would have a better understanding than that of what a transsexual is or a trans person is. It's very offensive. It's offensive to see this. I'm trying to use correct language. African American gentleman, because God, you know that ain't what I want to say. Up here in front of all these white folks, constantly making a fool of himself. He might as well just went up there and just tap dance. Why don't you just tap, man? Tap dance and make coon noises or make noises like an ape to keep the people entertained. Why you have to go picking on these small minorities? You know, something I've always hated. And now I'm not a person who hates people. Not I have a big tolerance for people. I know that they're people, and half of them we're stupid in various ways. We're all stupid. Even we're book smart. We stupid in other ways, and I understand all that. But one kind of person I have never liked, and that is a bully. Pick on somebody your own size. You understand what I'm saying? You want to pick on people, pick on somebody your own size. Take on all them white folks you're in there giggling and cooning for, or take on the whole all the black people. Let them deal with you. But just go and find some small minority that you can go up there on stage to make fun of and laugh at. To me, that is nothing but a bully, an adult bully, a little boy who became an adult and still a bully. Since you and your presidential nominee obviously don't have a problem with that because you're both bullies, I guess it would make sense that you would think it was okay in these times in 2016 to get up there and make statements like that uh, just for laughs. I mean, why go on stage at all? Here's the thing about me. When I was dealing with being different, when I was first learning that I was different, I was homosexual as opposed to heterosexual. What I've learned, what used to bother me so much is because when people would come up with these attacks, and they were always being attacked. They weren't directly at me because they didn't know I was gay. But I heard it all. The most honest answer to say, the most honest thing to say would be, I don't understand. That's it. That's what you have to say because you don't know a goddamn thing about it. But this man said everything about it. Somebody just woke up one morning and decided they're gonna be they were a woman that it was that simple. It's stupid as hell. A grown ass man talking like that. If you don't understand what the trans life, what a trans person is up against, how they feel, and why don't you go fucking find out or shut the hell up about it? Why even say anything about it? An educated man. So you're like a scientist, a doctor, brain surgeon should be like on the level of a scientist. Shut up, boy. Stop. Scientists and extreme religion do not mix because for you to be basing your belief system on a book like the Bible and calling that like it's God, the Bible is not God. The Bible is the experience of people's experience of God. It's not God. So when the Bible says something, it means somebody wrote something and they stuck it in the Bible and canonized it as being part of this book. That is not God. The Bible doesn't even claim to be that. The Bible is full of poetry. How is that? God's reciting poems to himself. The Bible is full of stories of families' lives and things and their encounter with God. And there are many sections where you go on hundreds and hundreds of years where God doesn't say anything directly. You call it God. Book of Psalms, there's Psalms. Book of Songs, that's music. Tells you right there, the Bible is written by 66 books, written by, I forget how many, I think 47 different people. People, written by people. Now, you guys, y'all, I guess he can go into it whenever this thing is over. What is absurd, he says it's absurd to be transgender. What is absurd is that you thought the people was going to put you in the White House. You a stupid ass. Let me stop, talk slow. African American. You one stupid ass African American. Stop tap dancing, Negro. You don't need to do that anymore. You're free. I assume you make some kind of income. You got to have some kind of decent retirement. So why you going to get up and talk about shit you don't know nothing about? Talk about something you do know about. Tell us about brain surgery. You say you know about that. Talk about that. Don't talk about stuff you have no idea. You don't understand. That's the most honest thing you could say on this subject and many, many, many other subjects. I just wish that people, and I know you come from a place where religious background, and then you trying to mix that in with the public discourse. It don't mix, honey. It only works inside the church. So go on back to whatever little cubbyhole you find, or You start. I'm not gonna say it. So I was going to start riding on your wife, how you married that woman, but I'm not because she's innocent, and that would make me a bully. So I've learned it just. Since I don't know anything about that woman, best thing to do is shut the hell up about it. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with just saying I don't understand? And if you're curious, go and find out. Don't just go in here and just saying hateful, evil things to people and think it's a goddamn joke. It's not a joke. It's somebody's life. I've known transgender people. Obviously, when I came out, stop, dog, go away, go. When I came out, I had no experience with trans people, but it didn't take me that long to figure out that people were different. I had a good girlfriend. Her name was Tiffany Evans. I love Tiffany, but it didn't take just after we became great friends. She was my big trans relationship as far as being a friend. Don't take it nowhere nasty. She was a good friend of mine. Anyway, now when I talked to that person, I was talking to a trans. She wasn't a woman, and she wasn't a man. She was somewhere in the scale between that, and she's fine with that, and I'm fine with it. I just didn't understand, but I know she's different than I am. I know she's not a gay boy. I know she ain't walking around here in tight ass pants with a lumberjack shirts on. That's not who she is. I knew that. It didn't take that long to find that out. People talk shit about gay people. You don't know none. You don't know any gay people. Just like white people, you talk about black folks. Ain't never even seen one. Yet they got the most opinions about black people. It's just the craziest goddamn thing I ever heard of. So sit your ass down somewhere, Mr. President. You the one that's absurd.